from Team B.
Happy holidays, everybody.
And we were, just that was supposed to be like a little parody thing.
Yeah.
So, cheesy, so cheesy.
The holiday season.
Yeah.
You're going to get those holiday greetings, season greetings from Team B here.
Yeah, so we thought we would do a video. Bill decided to come down and visit me. I usually go to his house, and so he decided to come to my little crib here. It hasn't been here in a while, since WrestleMania 31, about a couple of years almost 2 years.
Yeah.
Because we got 33 coming up, and the holiday season for us this year, well, speaking for me, it's kind of slow because I don't have a woman this year and things like that. But I'm optimistic, and instead of being pessimistic and negative and seeing the glass half empty, I'm just saying, well, this year's going to be just solo, but maybe next year things will be more interesting. And life is always interesting to me and things like that. I'm just saying, perhaps I'll have a companion, or maybe I have a tree in the house and a family and things like that. But as you may or may not know, I'm not a clinger type, but it is nice to enjoy the fruits of benefits of friends and things like that. So basically, holiday solo this year, but I'm not depressed about it because I look forward to the future, and just the fact that you guys are having a happy holiday probably makes me happy. Your happiness is my happiness, and that's my attitude about it. And what's your attitude about it?
Of course, dude. I totally get that. I mean, sure. I mean, there's so many different directions and ways you can take these particular type seasons. With Thanksgiving coming off the heels of it, now leading right into Christmas. I mean, it's a time for family. It's a time for closeness, and when you don't have, if you don't have a special someone in your life, it can kind of dampen a little bit. But to the holiday season, Christmas always brings out hope, man. You always hope leading off from one season, leading into the next year, because after Christmas is nothing but New Year's. You can only hope that, hey, next year, this time, I'm going to, hopefully, good things work out. I'm going to have somebody to share that time with, because it's always, the holidays are always, don't you agree, they're always so much better when you have someone to share them with than by yourself most of the time. I mean,
yeah, I'm just saying, don't let it ruin if you're solo.
Yeah.
It's a good enough attitude. But I was going to say, like, sometimes things are just, like our coworker said, fucking boring. Things are just fucking boring sometimes. And that's the reality of things. And like I said, I'm optimistic and have a positive attitude about stuff. Right. But even I will admit that sometimes it's just fucking boring. But I stay in there and do the best I can with it, and things like that. So yeah. As of right now, Team B don't have any kids with any ladies that we're aware of, and it'd be cool. I think Bill probably agree to one day have that kind of stuff where you're just in your living room, you got a son or a daughter, and you got a tree,
right,
and a wife, family, warm hearted time, yeah, things like that.
It's nice.
The most important thing during the holidays and Christmas or whatever is your family, right, and your friends. Friends are family from my point of view.
Exactly.
If they're close enough. I mean, because we're all the same, all come from the same place. Right. So my thing is, friends can be family too.
Yeah, it's all about closeness, man. I mean, you bring.
Because we live in divided times. I mean, the country's divided, and it's sad and silly at the same time. I would never, not trying to get into politics, but I would never unfriend Bill or stop being his friend because of somebody that wears an orange wig. I mean, that wears a wig with an orange tan or something. Or a criminal lady. You know what I mean? Yeah. I wouldn't do that. Because people love talking politics and fussing during holidays. But guess what? Politics ain't worth a fuck this cycle.
Of course. I mean, there's no reason.
Why'd you delete Brandon? Donald Trump. It's just stupid. It's silly. So don't delete your friends, and don't argue with your family members over political positions during the holidays. I know some of them might be stubborn. They might try to argue with you about it. But just take the high road. When they go low, you go high. and things like that. And somebody's trying to tell you what you need to do with your life, if they're not your parents, they probably need to just mind their own business and just be smart, think for yourself, just be wise, try to make good decisions and and things like that. And what's one of your favorite Christmas movies? Christmas Vacation.
Oh yeah, I think one of my favorites is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
That's why I said that, because I didn't want to put you too much on the spot.
Oh yeah.
Because this is kind of like just a random video, random holiday video. We're just shooting the breeze because, like I said, Bill is visiting me for first time in almost 2 years, so we had to do some kind of video.
Of course, got to bring the people something TV. Just because we don't do our videos, have our side projects, things we focus on, don't mean that we don't take the time to actually to hang out and do things. But yeah, it's been a while since I've been down this way. But I figured, why not do a nice little we could be
because we kind of live far away and things like that. But he's absolutely right. There's nothing better than actually hanging out with somebody in the flesh.
Right, exactly.
In reality, that's the best way to spend time with your friends. Because the secret of Facebook is it makes you hate your friend. It tells you how much you hate your friends. Not your best friends. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
People get cynical on there. People unfriend you and things out of the blue because they get tired of you. They don't realize that's just it's all in their heads. It's just a mental thing.
Oh yeah, people can easily get butt hurt over just the slightest little things on Facebook, and then nothing, folks, takes away from communication and hanging out and being with your friends, being with your family, because you go through Facebook and you live your life through Facebook, you're missing out on so much. You don't hear those expressions, you don't hear that fun, that joking, and wisecracks, and all that you share back and forth. That when you go and visit people and have time to interact with people, interaction is so big these days. You get caught up with, like you said, with politics, and you don't want to talk no more. Disagreements, you want to fuss and fight. You want to go on Facebook and unfriend each other and say nasty comments to each other on account of whatever political party you do, whatever disagreement. Well, I don't like the way you cook chicken. I don't like the way you cook turkey. I'm going to unfriend you.
If you want to find somebody that agrees with you 100%, look in the mirror and talk to yourself, because that's the only thing that's going to agree with you 100%.
That's true. I mean, it'd be a dull life, dude, and you know this.
People read into that stuff too much. I want somebody that agrees with me on everything, blah, blah, blah. And then they say, well, you can't find somebody like that. And I say 100%, just look in the fucking mirror and talk to yourself. Live alone and talk to yourself if you want somebody that's 100% in agreement with you. And I think if I had somebody that was that much in agreement with me, that would just be a boring life.
It would be.
Nothing to talk about.
Everybody's different.
Because every time you say something, the person will be like, I agree.
Yeah.
Steak's my favorite food. Me too. Resident Evil, my favorite city. Me too. I love Star Wars. Me too. I love Bernie Sanders. Me too.
Diversity is what makes us. It makes us a human. We all got to have differences and choices. Every one of us can't always agree with the same thing. It's great to explore different opinions, different beliefs, different thinking, ways of thinking. If you always have the same type of thought process, the same agreements on everything, it's going to be very dull soon, because you can't explore the differences of opinion. You learn to respect each other's differences, even if you don't agree. You learn to agree to disagree sometimes when you have disagreements, but you just respect someone's thought or opinions other than your own. It doesn't always have to be what I believe, what you believe, but we got respect for each other. We might be have so much in common. We might have a few differences, but those differences don't separate us from being friends and keep us.
We have more in common than not in common.
Right, exactly.
We agree more than we disagree, basically.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you can't hate somebody once you understand why.
Right.
Why they are the way they are. You know what I mean?
Right.
You just can't hate somebody for that.
Unless you walk a mile in their shoes, as they say, you can't really know what that person has experienced and what they've been through. I mean, that's just the differences in life. Unless you walk a mile in someone else's shoes, you can't really judge anybody.
People fear what they don't understand and things like that. So I'm just saying, there might be a type of person that you think you can never hang out with or something, or you know, and then you hang out with them, you say, well, I understand that guy, I care about that guy now,
right,
and things of that nature. And so it's kind of like that episode in Black Mirror, very good show on Netflix, and there's one episode where this military team in the future is fighting these roach people.
Right.
They got infected, and they're kind of like zombies, but they're roaches, but it's a rip off of zombies.
Right.
But they're intelligent, and they can talk, and they pretty much became their own race. And the military's wiping them out, shooting them and all that.
Right.
And one of the military guys happens to bump into one of the roach people, and he has a conversation with that person, and he's like, they got feelings too, and they became really good friends, and he was trying to stop the military from killing them, and then they kicked him out of the military, and it was just, he tried to move in with him and shit. I mean, it just shows you that. I mean, because we used to be even more divided than we are now. We were strangers to other countries. We didn't really communicate with other countries, and then we have world wars and things like that, and then citizens of other areas, other countries, talk to us, people over here, I mean, and we're like, we're all the same. We all have the same wants and desires. We just have different interests and different things like that. But fundamentally, we're the same, and we mostly all agree that we shouldn't fight and we shouldn't do wars and things like that. But of course, you have people that are behind a couple of centuries, like the radical group ISIS, that's going around beheading people, and you know, we have to put a stop to that, because social justice is not going to help that, because I don't think they listen too well.
Right.
But Christmas Vacation, back earlier, that's one of my favorite movies too.
Oh yeah.
It's a movie you don't really get tired of, and we recommend that if you haven't seen it. The Rocky trilogy or saga is really good to watch around the holidays too, for some reason, because it's a heartwarming movie. And Rocky's pretty much
it's
good.
Inspiring. I mean, the whole series is inspiring. When you get knocked down, to pick yourself back up.
I guess I think of the holidays with Rocky because of Uncle Paulie when he dressed up like Santa in Rocky 5. Come on, that's Uncle Paulie. What you got in that Santa bag, Uncle Paul? My laundry. You know, it was just some great stuff. Bill, I appreciate you coming over. It's always good to see you, man.
Course,
and
man.
We've been best friends almost, I think, 9 years, going on 9 years now.
I think so.
So, yeah, I mean, we've been through a lot, and been through a lot of places, met a lot of people, and
went through a lot of stuff, man. I mean, it's a good thing, though, but it shows you about the holidays, folks, about bringing together and coming together. You know, and as you go out there, always keep in mind things are a lot better off when you're staying united and having hope for the upcoming year. That's all we can do. Enjoy these holidays, cherish them while you got these memories, but also it has hope for you next year that things are going to be good, and just keeping hope that next year is going to be a better year than this year. That's all you can do. It is what you can make of it. Things you can't control, that's what you focus on. So, you know, just want to wish everybody a great holiday season, and you know, just keep the hope, keep the faith.
Yep, he said it perfectly. And see, Bill's the type of guy that, you know, once I settle down and get married to my Asian princess and all that good stuff here, that he's the type of friend that comes down for Christmas and checks out everybody and visits the family.
Right.
And I would be honored to be that type of friend to you.
Of course.
If you ever settle down, I will be the friend that you call when I come see you and your family on the Christmas. You know,
right.
That kind of friend.
Yeah.
Oh, Uncle Brandon coming down. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah. Things like that.
Yeah.
So
just keep your friends, folks. Don't let little things divide you up.
Yeah. Be good. Be good to people. Take the high road. You can accomplish anything. Just you got to have love in your heart.
That's right.
And a lot of patience and love in your heart. It makes you a better person. And that's the best way to be, because there is no alternative. You don't want to live in a life of misery. You know, you don't want to have hell in your head, you know, because you could and not even realize it. So keep your head up, be strong, stay safe, and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Yeah.